It is time. Move into phase 4. Let's talk about episode number 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. Yeah, I'm already giving it up because, man, oh man, I can't even tell you how much fun I had during this episode from the get-go with the music just playing from that marching band to just that Captain America from the get-go. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts on this guy, Andy. Let's give it a spoiler alert right now. We're going to break open the episode. Let me just set us up with last week where we left off. Sam isn't going to be Captain America. Bucky's just trying to live his life, grappling with the guilt of killing a friend of his son. The super soldier guy running a gang called the Flag Smashers is out and about, and the government announces a new Captain America. This little douchey, smiling, up-looking fella, as Andy said last week, which is spot on. Andy, what'd you think of this week's episode?
Oh, it was great. I think it sets the stage for it to get pretty crazy from here, because I feel like there's only 4 left now.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
really sad. And
It is.
Zemo hasn't even really been in it yet. I mean, he's like neither has Sharon Carter, so there's a lot that's still going to happen. So maybe we'll get some longer episodes or something like that in the next few weeks. Who knows? But
still, these first
even
two
if
have
not,
been good.
even if not, like it's still I think
Action-packed.
Yeah, I still think they're. I just don't know where it's going. Still, like
right.
There's so many storylines, but like, how's it all going to connect?
Great, well said. And with that, let's just. I mean, I agree with everything you said. We're going to set this thing up. I'm going to very quickly, one swoop here. Tell the story, what happened, and then me and you are going to hone in on different parts of each one. Flush it out. All right, so we meet this Captain America guy, like one-on-one. He's a regular soldier, pretty much. He's very, very strong, it looks like. He can throw the shield and do all that stuff. He has a girlfriend or a fiance. He has a sidekick called Battlestar. He works for the government, and he just wants Sam and Bucky to like him.
He sure does. It's so awkward.
At the end of the day, he's just like, hey, you guys like me.
Yeah, be my friends.
The Flag Smashers, they call themselves freedom fighters. They turn out to be super soldiers, stealing and moving what it looks like to me. It was medicine.
Yeah, vaccines. That's
vaccines.
What made me laugh, because like that hits too hard.
Yeah, it's too hard to home. That's probably happening all over the country. Caravans just stealing COVID-19 vaccines.
Yes.
Okay, so they end up being super soldiers. Sam, Bucky, and the new Cap and Battlestar fight against these guys. They all lose. The Flag Smashers say they like the world before the blip happened, and that the world cares more about the people that came back than the people that were already here.
Just sounds like people just can't stop complaining about something. Is literally what that sounds like.
Yeah, like what? You're mad that everyone's back?
Oh yeah, I'm pissed that people are alive again.
Everybody.
Stupid.
Sam can't get a loan. You got terrorist groups happening. The world is on fire. Hey, again, too close to home.
Yep.
Okay, we meet the Black Captain America from the 1950s, Isaiah Bradley, who Bucky fought and lost to back in his Winter Soldiering days, and Sam is all of us at the end of this episode.
Yes.
Who the hell is this guy?
He ripped Bucky's arm off.
Ripped his arm off. See, he's like, I want to see if your arm grew back. Throws that thing in the wall. This old man is still stacked.
Yes. He's scary. Maybe we'll see a flashback of that. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if we will.
Well, last thing. Episode wraps up with Sam and Bucky agreeing. It's time to go see Zemo. And where's Zemo? He's right where we left him, in that cell or at the end of Captain America Civil War.
Terrible life that is. Just being in jail. But I guess he deserves it. So
Here, I had some ideas. I talked about this on the Friday newsletter. I was wondering, do you think that he got blipped and then like came back and blipped back into prison? And like what happened to prisoners that got blipped? This is my next question.
Oh man, they're just doubling up.
Hear that? Yeah, like they're in bunks now. They're like, hey, what are you doing here?
I mean, that's really, I mean, I guess I kind of get it. Like that all adds to the fact that like people being gone for 5 years and the world changing, and then all of a sudden having to go back to the way it was on a whim. Like I get that that's nearly impossible. Like things with like, I don't know, like financials and like money supply. Like that's all things that just kind of have like a domino effect on like the economy and things. So like I don't know. It's gotta. I mean, that's definitely like a factor, but it's like to be a group that wants it to be reversed. That's scary.
Yeah,
Especially
it's like what are you talking about, man?
they're super strong. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and let's just go and talk about it. Flag Smashers. There you got super soldier strength. You got like citizens helping them out. They're like, hey, come stay with us, giving up their bedrooms, and they're like, whatever you need. Like, we're here for the cause.
Yeah,
And like that's what they're fighting for is like one world. What do they say?
one people.
One world, one people.
Yeah, whatever.
And they're still in the medicine. We still don't quite know what their end game is, though, right?
Yeah, I think they're running from like this person that they call the power broker, which I'm guessing the person that gave them their abilities,
because he's brokering
but
power.
they, I guess, stole this vaccines and stuff like that to like ran from them basically. Because you see that text that he sends like the leader girl.
Yeah, what it say?
That someone says. It says like, I think I wrote it down.
Yeah, that was
something about you took what was mine. I'm going to come kill you.
Yes, good job. That's exactly what it was.
I'm guessing that's they basically said when they had the airport scene and the guy basically sacrificed himself. They were running from the power brokers.
Wow.
So we don't really know who that is, but
that's where so this is where Bucky and Sam get involved. Like, then they chase down these guys stealing the medicine. Let's talk about this. Captain America swoops in, comes off the helicopter. He's fighting. Does this guy got super strength?
no, I don't think so. I think
He's just like a badass.
he
kinda.
just like that's what they played out. Like he's just like the number one soldier that just has all the awards and
he's just a guy that got pulled out of the regular kind of military. And he's like, I got to be this Captain America. Seems semi-regular to me.
He throws the shield like a boss.
He sure does. And he's got a teammate or a sidekick called Battlestar.
Yeah, I don't know what Bucky hated that guy.
That was hilarious.
That was weird.
Bucky gets upset seeing that shield on the screen. He's like, new Captain America says Steve was like a brother to me. Bucky's like, I'm not having that.
I love the actor that they pick for U.S. agent for sure.
Yes,
I think he's perfect. Like I can't decide if I love him or hate him right now, and I'm sympathizing with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but at the same time,
yeah,
I mean he's just a guy. Like
yeah,
he's just trying to do a job.
But here's the thing: he helps him out, right? And he's like he gets like Bucky out of therapy. They don't have to go to therapy anymore. We got that crazy therapy scene with Bucky and Falcon doing the eye to eye stuff, but this Captain America, I mean, he gets a little bit of a dark side at the end.
Oh yeah,
because Sam says, "Listen, man, you're right. We should work together, but you're Captain America now with the government. We're freelance. We can kind of go under the radar. Makes total sense." And the guy goes, "All right, stay out of my way." And he has that one little dark line, and that's when you think maybe he is bad.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think he's gonna. I mean,
think he's
lack
gonna
of a better
surprise us?
term, he's just gonna go to the dark side eventually somehow. I don't know.
Because Sam ends up with this shield.
Maybe.
I mean, from the promo materials, man.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it till I see it.
And guess what? We know this is true. Marvel's done this in the past. They've planted things. They made the Hulk run in Wakanda in a scene that never happened.
That's a perfect example right there.
Yeah, because that's like the example everyone thinks of.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America that no one has ever known about. Bucky says, I didn't tell Steve because he had too much going on. And you're telling me that there was a super soldier that came after Captain America days in the 50s, and he's African American. Sam is pissed. I mean, I'm pissed. I was like, what is this? I mean, this is coming in. And like you said, flashbacks?
I hope. That'd be
There's
cool.
so much there to unpack.
Has there been any flashbacks?
Yeah, because he killed his friend's son.
Good call. Yeah, we could see it.
We could see it.
I'd love that, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and try to theorize over every little thing like we did with WandaVision.
No.
I'm definitely taking a back seat and going for the ride.
Absolutely. And no, we're just breaking it open. So we get Sam and Bucky working together on this one. This is what I'm picking up on. Bucky is mad that Falcon didn't take that shield. And you know what he's doing? He's like trying to force him to be a leader. Like whenever he's on the plane, he's like, hey, what's the plan? He's like, come up with a plan. And he says, you can't call me Bucky. Steve only called me that. And I only let Steve call me that because he had a plan. He's like, he's trying to make him be that leader situation.
Yep.
And then it all comes to a head. These two are just like bumping heads. It's because neither one of them have been in the leadership role ever.
Yeah.
Like they've literally, like Sam showed up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm sorry, in the Winter Soldier. Whenever like whenever Steve and Scarlet Witch were like out on their own, they're like, we had nowhere else to go. And like they just like asked him for help. And then he's like, he's a wingman from that. And he says in this episode, he's like, the new Captain America's like, I just want you to be my wingman. And Sam says, it's always that last line.
Yeah.
And basically he's saying like, it hurts to be a sidekick. He's like, I don't even want to be a sidekick. He's like, that's the line. He's like, I'm not here to like help you. Like, I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah. I didn't even really look at it from that perspective.
I could be wrong too. That's how I read it.
No, I think you're right. That makes total sense. I just was thinking more of just like he was pissed, or Sam was just pissed at him for just having the wrong intentions, but
yeah,
or just kind of being
It could be
butthurt
that.
about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing him wearing Steve's outfit, so I get it.
Yeah, they're just pissed. It doesn't feel good.
I just don't know where it's going to go from here. Even like, what is Zemo going to have to do with this?
Yeah, and like they're just gonna go talk to him because he's got some info on like the Hydra knowledge because he was doing all that. You're right. Like, what's gonna happen? We know that he eventually ends up out like in this new mask. Like he's gonna, he's not gonna stay in this prison long.
Yeah, exactly. Do they bust him out?
Probably out in this episode 3, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's gonna move fast.
I think it is too, because it pretty much is. I'll tell you this: I was a little kid watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier fighting alongside the new Captain America coming in from a helicopter and then fighting on that top of that truck. That was cool.
Yes, it was.
Action-packed, Falcon flying underneath. That was cool.
Like movie type vibes.
Absolutely. Falcon flying out of that warehouse. That was awesome.
Yep.
And then you had the big scene with the therapist at the end where they're trying to flush out all their issues, and Bucky has a pretty heartbreaking line, which made sense to me. If Cap was wrong about you, was he wrong about me? Saying, if you're not Captain America, Steve believed I could like be saved. Like, if you can't be, I definitely can't be.
That stung.
It did, but Sam's rebuttal was so great. It's like, I'm not living for you guys. I'm not living for anybody else. I'm just wanting to do the right thing and like be himself. So that's where he is too. But then again, man, Captain America gives you that shield. You're already Falcon.
I know. Do we got to pick like sides on this issue now? I feel like we did with Civil War last week.
I just think Falcon's graduating to Captain America like at the end of this, and like that's just what's gonna happen, which I think is cool. I want to see the Captain America Falcon suit with the wings, colors.
I'm here for that.
But also a Captain America Winter Soldier, like a red, white, and blue arm.
Maybe we'll have both. I don't know.
All right. Anything that we missed? We've talked about Flag Smashers.
I do enjoy the Wakanda reference that we got of this one, the White Wolf.
The White Wolf. Yeah, Sam says, he's like, what'd you come out White Panther over there? And he's like, actually, the White Wolf.
Yep.
And we learn that Sam doesn't know about that. He's like, well, what? He's like, so he hasn't like been telling anybody. Like Sam, this is an indication that Sam and Bucky, like since the events of Endgame, they haven't been like hanging out.
It like crushed me that he was like, okay, let's squash this and then take care of business and then
walk away from each other.
We'll never see each other again.
Why do they have to hate each other?
Yeah, I was like, what? I get it that they're gonna be like best friends by the end, but
it's because I think it's because they're both struggling with the loss of Steve. That they're just it hurts too much being around the other one. And like Bucky's like the old best friend from childhood, and Sam's like the new best friend.
Well, here's the thing: we don't know where Steve is now, so whatever all of this.
But we think he's dead.
Maybe
we don't know that for sure.
We don't know that, right? Well, I mean,
because there wasn't a body or anything.
Yeah, unless I'm missing something, he could still be alive.
You're right.
They joke about him being on the moon or whatever.
Yeah,
that could technically mean like with sword. Who knows? Maybe that's just like a.
You talking about old Captain America?
Yeah, just hanging out.
You think he's just hanging? You think he's just around?
No, I don't know.
Chris,
what if you could just call him up and be like, "Hey guys, get your shit together and be best friends"?
Yeah, this is crazy. These two fighting like this. I do pick up on that part where I'm like, why do you hate each other so much? Come on.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how Bucky just like could go on that mission with Falcon though. He's like, I'm just gonna go. He just hops on the plane.
I know.
And then just jumps out with no parachute.
Because seriously, what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, I was like, all right, how are they gonna cross paths? And then it just happened so suddenly, and I was like, what the fuck? They're just he
Yeah.
just shows up, and now
He's like,
in the
hey,
show.
man, why didn't you take the shield?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so they're like legit. Just like he just can't. That was enough for him to get back involved.
Yeah.
But also, we know he's been struggling with other stuff too.
Yeah.
His arm looks so great. That Wakanda arm just walking around.
I love it.
I do too. It looks so good. All right. We'll see what happens. John Walker, new Captain America. Is he good? Is he bad? What are the Flag Smashers really up to? Who's their main boss? Is it someone we know? That's a good question. It's probably someone we know. We got Zemo coming in from Civil War. We definitely know him.
Yeah. Sharon Carter hasn't been in it yet.
We haven't seen Shannon Carter probably this episode. And am I gonna be correct in that Martin Freeman shows up, the CIA agent, guy that played Agent Ross? He was in Captain America: Civil War. Are we gonna see him in this show? I think it'd be a nice little touch.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, you don't look that. You don't think so?
No, I'm like, it's the WandaVision effect. Like I don't want to sit here and.
You're so funny.
And
you're like scorned from theories. You're like, I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't want to just keep saying things and I'll be wrong every day.
Who cares if you're wrong?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, we can still guess. Since this is what's funny about this. It's like this is what's different from watching a movie. It's like watching 25 minutes of Captain America at a time and then meeting for a week, a week at a time, and just talking about it. You're so right.
We should try that someday.
We are. We're doing it right now on this show and WandaVision. We're there. But we're here for it. Obviously having fun. It's a hit. I already have been thinking about going back and watching WandaVision sometime soon. Quick.
Okay.
Because I really think I think if it was a movie, it's probably like a really, really, really great movie. It's probably one of the greatest movies you've ever seen. But like as a TV show, I just thought about it. It's just cutting it up. They're just cutting it up. Sprinkling it.
That's crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'll let you do that first.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. We're too fresh. We're going to keep it going with the Falcon Winter Soldier, though. Any final thoughts on episode 2? Any predictions you want to make for episode 3? And it's okay if you're too afraid, too.
No, I got it. I just think that, let's see. They're going to break Zemo out somehow. Sharon Carter's going to be there.
You think they're going to break him out?
I don't know.
I like
for some reason, he's going to have, so they're going to him for information about Hydra.
Yep.
He's like a weasel. He's going to find some way to like, be like, oh, I got the information at my house, but I can.
He's a master manipulator.
I'm the only one that can get there, so take me there and I will give it to you. And then
he got Captain America and Iron Man to fight each other.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like he's going to pull some shit and get out. And from there, I literally have no idea. Like I just don't. How are these?
Yeah, like what's the end situation?
So are these Flag Smashers people going to be associated with Zemo somehow? I doubt it. I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, they're like super soldiers, and he obviously doesn't really care for those. So,
do you think they squash the Flag Smashers like by the end of the show? Like by the end of the show, they figure it out, and like it's a bad guy, and they're like, okay, now we solved that.
Yeah, I think they'll be
because there's so many things going on. You're so right.
Unless like there's some way like that. I don't know if they're trying to multiply and like get more Flag Smashers, like to where they're that are enhanced, not just like normal people.
Yeah,
but that'd be pretty crazy to see the Avengers fight against. But however many end up in that battle, I don't know.
Yeah, you're just fighting against an army of super soldiers.
Like who's gonna be like that?
Because there were already how many? They're fighting against like what, 8 of them?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
8 now. There's I guess 7 because one sacrificed.
And that was like the whole theme behind Civil War was like we have these more super soldier assassins, and they got killed by Zemo. But it's like, all right, well now it's like it's actually happening.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of it will be who's this power broker that's dealing, like gave them this, and I don't know how that connects to the Hydra part is what my biggest question, or if it even does. So
my biggest question is, will we see Rhodey anytime before the big last battle,
or anyone else really? Yeah.
No, I think at the end of this you get some all-star like flying Avengers. So think about anybody that can fly, and maybe they'll be in there. Maybe you get War Machine. Maybe anybody. Maybe what if Ant-Man was in here?
Pepper.
What if they had like? Oh man, I'm doing it again. You're right. I don't want to make it. You're right. It's not. It's like don't make predictions. You're gonna be let down. No, this is what I really think. I think that Captain America goes down. I don't know. You're right. This show's good. A lot of different paths.
I just talked about all the like what's going to happen. I didn't even mention
What?
Right, that the new Captain America. Like, is he going to be good, bad?
Is he gonna be around?
I think he's going to get enhanced somehow. That's going to be his heel turn. He like
He'll turn,
he-
and then he'll have access to the serum, and he'll know that that's the only true thing that'll make him like Cap.
Yep.
And he'll be a bad guy.
he's going to get the greed to where he wants to be better than Cap, because like obviously they stressed to show his background and history. Like
Yes.
he was basically like a Captain America fanboy and grew up like
Yes.
idolizing him, and now he is him. So I think he could get a little greed. Like he just got his ass kicked by a little girl. Like that was a joke that they made against kind of both of them on against Bucky too. But like maybe
That's a good.
I don't know.
That's a good thought. I think you're onto something there.
yeah, could be a little string to tug at. We'll see what happens in the next few.
We'll see what happens. All right, listener, let us know what you think of the show. 2 down, 4 to go. The Falcon the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. 25th title in the MCU lineup, and they are not stopping. Coming up next in May will be Loki and Black Widow. Actually, no, Black Widow. We didn't talk about it during the news, but it got pushed back to what? To June, July 9th or
July.
something.
Yeah, all
And
of a sudden.
but it is going to be on Disney Plus. That was like it's late, but we'll finally put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's because they know people will see it in theaters and then watch it again.
In July, I'll probably go see this in theaters.
Oh, I will too.
Assuming I've been feed.
I need to get back in the theater. Like it's just a experience that I definitely miss.
I saw a tweet. Someone said like I'm gonna cry first time I go in, and I was like, that's really like I just told Carrie this week. I miss going to the movie theaters.
Which theater do you go to usually?
Usually the AMC Esquire with the reclining seats.
Okay.
And they're two seats a piece. They're like sofas, and they recline. And it's like the big flat.
That's the only way to watch. I don't care if it's
Where do you go?
$30. I'm paying for the.
We're giving you our St. Louis rundown of where we go to the movies. Where do you go?
Ronnie's.
Oh, of course. IMAX?
I think they have an IMAX in there, but they have I only will do reclining seats, no doubt.
Oh, okay. Well, then not the IMAX because it's a reclining seat. But I do appreciate the IMAX theater down at South County Mall.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I can't wait.
Or just
definitely that'll probably be the first movie I see in theaters.
Which one? Black Widow?
Black Widow, for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I guess it probably will.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it.
More on Falcon the Winter Soldier coming up next week, episode 3. With that, let's go ahead and get into what's coming up on the show. Jam-packed episode today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves.